After talking to more than 10 SEO experts, I just built an advanced, ready-to-sell SEO automation system using n8n, and it automates keyword research, SERP analysis, content drafting, and auto-publish to Wordpress. And it can generate blog posts like these. It's well structured with the content table, intro, relevant content with targeted keywords, internal links, external links, etc. Whether you are running a content agency or building niche sites, this workflow will generate content briefs, pull SERP insights, analyze competitors, and even suggest subtopics, all automatically. Let's walk through how it works. We start by grabbing a keyword from a Google Sheet, basically your keyword flag log. Then the system fires off 5 parallel API calls to DataForSEO, related keywords, suggested keywords, keyword ideas, Google auto-complete terms, subtopics. Each response is paused, split, and tagged with extra context like search volume, CPC, cost per click, competition, search intent. We also calculate a custom score field based on difficulty, volume, and intent, so you can instantly prioritize what's worth targeting. But here's where it gets better. We use Apify's web crawler to scrap top-ranking URLs, run them through an AI agent, and generate a full SERP and content gap analysis, including content gap or weakness, content goal, target audience, tone and style, word count, etc. From that, we generate a content brief automatically written and formatted with HQs, HPs, target audience, unique angles, visuals or CTAs needed, internal and external links. Then it pushes everything back into your master Google Sheets, so writer can just open the tab and start drafting with all the research already done. If you're trying to scale SEO content, this system saves hours per keyword, or just with drag and drop in n8n. No code needed. If you're new here, my name is Andy, and I've uploaded the full workflow to the community for you to use. You can clone this template, plug your DataForSEO and Apify credentials, and run it instantly. And if you want tech support or want to go deeper with AI-driven content automation, feel free to join our premium school community. And if you hit any technical issues, we've got full tech support in the community. We'll help you to solve 100% of your setup issues so you're not stuck halfway through. Alright, let's dive into the notes and I'll show you exactly how each part works so you can customize it for your own workflow. Welcome to AndyNoCode AI Academy. Before we dive into automation, let's take 5 to 10 minutes to understand the core SEO concepts this entire workflow is built on. We're focusing on the beginner stage, like keyword selection, content planning, and SERP analysis, so let's get into it. First, let's talk about primary keywords. They are the foundation of your SEO strategy. It's the main topic you want to rank for, like best standing desk for home office. Choose it based on your audience, their intent, and your business goals, of course. One focus per page, this keyword can drive traffic and conversions. And now let's zoom out a bit from your primary keyword and talk about related and secondary keywords. These are supporting keywords that expand your reach, they help and reinforce your main topic, and they allow your content to show up for more variations in search. You can pull them from tools like DataForSEO, Ahrefs, or SEMrush. They'll show you what people are actually searching alongside your main term. And why does it matter? Because it helps your article rank for multiple queries, not just one. Here's an example. If your primary keyword is best standing desk, like this one, you might add secondary keywords like standing desk refills, ergonomic office furniture, or we can do desk setup tips as well. Each of this brings in more traffic opportunities without changing your main focus. So the goal is to expand your content reach without diluting your intent. Alright, so now let's talk about something more advanced, keyword clustering. So what is clustering? It's a smart SEO strategy where we group similar keywords with overlapping SERPs. SERP stands for Search Engine Result Page, and analyzing it means understanding what ranks on Google and Mile. I'll talk more about this later. So why clustering? Is to avoid something called content cannibalization, where your own pages compete against each other on Google. For example, instead of writing 4 separate articles on best standing desk, top standing desk, desk reviews, and office standing desk, we can just write one pillar post that covers them all. So let's break down why this works. First of all, like what I mentioned, it prevents cannibalization. You stop your own pages from fighting each other in search results. Second, it improves authority. You create more comprehensive content that covers a wider set of search variations. Third, boost internal linking. Now you've got a strong topical cluster with smart internal links. It's great for SEO structure. So how do you add clustering later? It's just 3 simple steps. First, of course, SERP analysis uses a tool like DataForSEO to compare the top 10 results across keywords. Second, overlap detection. Group any keywords that have 60% or more SERP overlap into a cluster. Third, content strategy. Create a one-pillar post that targets the entire keyword group. So smart clustering means higher rankings. In this n8n tutorial, we'll start simple. Writing a blog using one primary keyword and one secondary keyword without clustering first. Once you've got the basic down, keyword clustering is the next step to scale your SEO strategy. If we got enough interest, we may also provide a system that also do clustering as well. So leave your comment below and let me know. Next, let's talk about search intent. Understanding search intent is key to ranking well. There are 4 types. For example, informational, just looking to learn; navigational, finding a brand or website; commercial, comparing products or services; transactional, ready to buy. So your content needs to match the right intent or it won't perform. Next, let's talk about keyword difficulty, volume, and CPC. CPC stands for cost per click. So let's talk about search volume first. It means how much traffic you can get. CPC, again, cost per click. So what advertisers are actually paying for the keyword. And difficulty, how hard it is to rank. In our system, our workflow actually creates a custom score to rank keywords using all 3, so you can choose smart, not just popular. Let me share more about that later when we talk about the workflow. And now let's talk about SERP analysis, or you can call it SERP analysis. SERP stands for Search Engine Results Page, and analyzing it means understanding what ranks on Google and why. So you are not guessing anymore. You are studying real search results to spot trends, formats, and opportunities. And now let's break it down. Check out this example. A search for best standing desk for 2024 returns a comparison guide, and other results highlight benefits backed by research. That tells us what kind of content Google prefers for this keyword. So when we analyze a SERP, we are looking for content format. Is Google favoring list, guides, or comparisons? This helps you to match their preferred structure. Second, featured snippets. You'll see what question trigger position 0 results. That's where you want to be. Third, content structure. What kind of headings are used? How deep is the content? What sections are repeated? Last but not least, user intent. Is the user here to learn, to compare, or to buy? We use this to match your content with their mindset. And yes, this part is also automated in our workflow that I'm going to show you later. Here's how it works. First, Apify grabs the top 10 results from Google. Second, we'll extract the SERP data. Third, run it through AI analysis. And last but not least, we're going to generate a tailored content brief. This gives you a crystal clear content strategy based on what's already working. So now that we understand SERPs, it's time to turn that data into something useful. Content briefs. Our system uses everything we've learned so far to generate a full SEO optimized brief for each target keyword. Let's look at an example. Say your primary keyword is best standing desk. Here's what the brief includes. The content structure would be like over 2,000 words, at least 5 H2 sections, product comparisons, FAQs pulled directly from the SERP. This is not guesswork. This is structure based on what's actually ranking. So for the requirements to compete, you'll likely need the product reviews, comparison tables, visual elements, and a buyer guide. These are pulled from your competitors, so you know what's expected. And here's how it works behind the scenes. SERP analysis, we look at the top 10 results to spot patterns. Intent matching, tailored content based on user goals, whether they are learning, comparing, or buying. Writer guidance, a complete content roadmap, ready to hand off to a writer or your AI assistant. Automation generation, this entire brief is created automatically. You don't need to spend hours on research. We've done that for you. This is how we go from keyword to content quickly and strategically. Last but not least, posting frequency. Consistency is SEO power. If you want to rank consistently, you need to publish consistently. The sweet spot around 2 to 4 posts per week. That's enough to stay active, build momentum, and earn Google's trust. Let's break down why this works. First of all, search engine trust. Google loves fresh content. When it sees regular publishing, it starts to trust your site more. Second, reader retention. Consistency builds habits. When readers see you posting often, they are more likely to come back and engage. Third, authority building. More content means more topical coverage, means more chances to dominate your niche. So remember, posting regularly isn't just a habit, it's a ranking strategy. Set a schedule, stick to it, and watch your traffic grow. Or just use the AI system that I'm going to show you. And let's dive into the n8n workflow now. Alright, so let's dive into our SEO n8n workflow now. Today I will walk you through an advanced 4-step SEO workflow I built using n8n, DataForSEO, and agents. From keyword research to publishing, it is fully automated. So here's how it works. First, step 1, keyword research. We begin with automated keyword discovery. Using DataForSEO, we pull related keyword suggestions, complete queries, keyword ideas, etc. And we merge, clean, and remove duplicates. Then we are going to enrich them with search volume, CPC, cost per click, competition, and even bulk fetch missing difficulty scores. And a scoring formula ranks all keywords by opportunity, perfect for SEO planning. And this saves hours of keywords vetting. Next, step 2, which is the SERP analysis. Next, we are going to use Apify to crawl high-ranking pages, extract clean content, and send it to the AI agent for analysis. Then we are going to return the content gaps, strength, score, audience, and tone analysis, etc. They show us exactly what's working and where we can outperform competitors. It's like having a strategist review every ranking page. Next, step 3, a content brief. And now we are ready to generate SEO-ready content briefs. We combine keyword data and SERP key insights and let the AI agent draft like the content goals, word count, structure with suggested H2, H3s, unique angles, and call to actions. And the results we'll have detailed content brief ready for writers or AI to expand further. So writer gets everything they need without manual research anymore. Okay, last but not least, step 4, content drafting and publish to Wordpress directly. Finally, we auto-generate and publish full articles to Wordpress. We use the AI agent to write content, and we'll use OpenAI's image API to generate visuals, then format everything, including internal links, external links before auto posting. One click and the article goes live, fully automated and optimized. So let's go to the step 1, and I'm going to show you how we build the notes step by step and note by note. Alright, first of all, let's talk about the step 1, keyword research. And the first note here, we have the schedule trigger. You can search from here. Okay, when we click inside, actually you can adjust your trigger interval, like for days, seconds, minutes, hours. For example, if you just want to check or trigger this workflow once per day, you can just choose 1, and you can choose the hours here as well. Then we can click this to run this note. Okay, so for beginners here, after we test step or just click this to run the node, we'll see on the right hand side is the output, and then this is the configuration. Next, we are going to add a node called Google Sheet, this one, and we will connect with your Google Sheet account. Just click this pen icon, sign in with Google. That's it. It's very easy. And the resource, we choose Sheet within document. Operation, we choose Get Rows. Then what we're going to do is to open up a Google Sheet. Okay, so this is the Google Sheet that we have, SEO master list. You can go to this sheet and just go to file, make a copy, and make it your own. After you make a copy, please choose from your own list. All right, choose from your own list. You need to change it to your own document and your own sheet. That's very important. Please change it accordingly. Don't use my sheet because it doesn't work for you. Then we are going to add a filter. You can see the column stage. Okay, when we go back to this master sheet, and then we will go to stage, this one, this column stage. Okay, when it is empty, it will be processed. Okay, when this is empty, this will be processed. This is the filter that we want to add. And for beginners here, on the left hand side you can see the input, and then on the right hand side you can see the output. So for example, if I run it now, you will see nothing because there's no empty row here. For example, if I want to add like this, okay, after we're filling this first 3 columns, then what's next? We are going to run this node again. Okay, then we can see on the right hand side, these are the output. Next, we are going to create a Google Sheets, because for each blog, each article, we are going to create 1 sheet for that. Add another Google Sheet node, we choose create this time. Connect with your own credentials. Resource, we choose document. Operation, we choose create. For title, we can actually just choose the time now, like when we click this curly bracket, and then we type now. You'll see the time now, and this is for formatting the time now. Okay, basically you can just copy and paste, or you can just rename it to the title that you want. It is for us for our easy reference. For example, we can see these are the names of the sheets that we have, and then for the sheets we'll open up the keyword, SERP, content, and let me show you. Test step. Okay, then we can actually go to our Google Sheets and then try to refresh. Okay, you may wonder why we cannot see it yet, because we need to move that newly created Google Sheet to the specific folder that we want. Then we go to search for Google Drive, this one, and then we choose Google Drive. Then we will choose move file. Again, sign it with your own Google Drive account, but here is something that I would like to share with you more. Okay, you will see OAuth, redirect URL, client ID, client secret key. What are these? Actually, we can go to console.cloud.google.com. Then we can actually click this and try to create a new project for yourself. After you created this, you can search for Google Drive API, this one. Then you can actually enable this. After you enable this, you can go to manage, credentials, create credential, OAuth client ID, application type, we choose web application. For example, we choose n8n, and this is where we need to add the redirect URLs. This is the one we need to copy, and then we will paste it here. All right. Okay, then we scroll down, we will create. We got the client ID and secret key. We will just copy both of them and paste it here. All right. That's how you set up your own credentials for this Google Drive. Next, we are going to click test step. All right, then we can actually refresh it again. We can see this is the sheet that we have. Okay, it's empty, but this will be our desired sheet format. But later I will talk about how we can actually fill this in. All right, next we can see we are going to use DataForSEO to get different types of keywords, like related keywords, suggested keywords, keywords idea, autocomplete, subtopics. And you may wonder what this node is. It is actually called HTTP requests, right? It's for making an HTTP request and returns the response data. And you may wonder why we got a pin here, the purple pin. We can right click, unpin. And if you want to pin it, right click, pin, okay? The purpose for us to pin this node is because we have already run it before, and we don't want to run it so many times for debugging, because in the future, when you set up your own workflows, when you set up some new nodes as well, if you run the workflow every single time, it may cost your API a lot of money. So when you pin the data, pin the node, the data will be fixed. When we click it, you can see this data is pinned. Okay, so the output is fixed. You can just test the future or later nodes easily. All right, so let's talk about how it works, how this node works. This is for getting related keywords. We're going to use post method. This is the URL that we're going to use. You can just copy and paste. We're going to use DataForSEO.com. After talk about this URL, you can just copy and paste. Remember, it is for using related keywords. And for the authentication, we will choose generic credential type. For the generic auth type, we choose basic auth. and then we can actually click create new credential. You can go to DataForSEO. Then after you register, for example, register with your Google account, you can actually click send by email, and you will get the API password. First of all, you put your user here, username for your email, then the password. After you click this send by email, you get this password, and then you can just copy and paste it here. Just save it, and then we can name it as data for SEO AndyNoCode@process.cc. Save it. That works. Okay. Then later on, we are going to enable send body. Choose JSON as the body content type, using JSON to specify the body, JSON, expression, and large. These are the parameters we need to set. First of all, keywords. We are going to go to get job, this one. What we are going to do is to drag and drop this. But remember, you need to add this quotation mark, this one. Location name as well, just drag and drop. Language, drag and drop. For that, 3, either you can just choose false, let me just choose 100. Alright. And then for the option, we choose redirects, enable follow redirects, okay? And max redirection, we just choose 21. Alright. So that's it. We can continue with the next node. Now we're going to add another node called split out. It's for turning a list inside items into separate items. Okay, so this is the node. So the fields we're going to split out, this one. We can go to task, result, items. So this is the one that we're trying to break down, and we include no other fields. We can click test tab. Then we can see these are the outputs, split it out. Next node, we're going to add a node called set or edit fields. It's for modifying, adding, or removing items fields. So it's for setting fields to Google Sheets. For the mode, we choose menu mapping. For the primary keyword, we can actually go to get job, and then just drag and drop. As we have pinned, so you can see this error, but when you unpin it, when you just run it on your side, you will see it's in green. And all the fields we choose as string, we set as string. Beside primary keywords, we have keyword difficulty. Keyword difficulty, we will go to JSON. JSON, it means it's referred to previous node. Okay, JSON dot keyword data. Okay, then we are going to when we go to keyword properties. Okay, keyword properties, keyword difficulty. Just drag and drop this. Then for search intent, okay, we can go to keyword data. Again, keyword properties. And so it's keyword data. Then we're going to get the search intent. This one, search intent info, and main intent, navigational. This one, drag and drop here. Alright. Then for related keywords, we can just go to keyword. Then we'll go to keyword data. We define the keywords. This one, we can just drag and drop this. Alright. For last updated, we can go to find the last updated time. This one, just drag and drop. Oh wait, this is not the one because it's for search intent info. So we go to keyword data, keyword info. This one, this is the one. Drag and drop this. Alright, then next, SERP analysis. First of all, we will go to keyword data. Okay, keyword data, SERP info, this part. Then we can go to SERP items. We can drag and drop this, and we need to add this join. Okay, so as you can see, we are going to join all of them together. All of them together. Okay, so next we are going to have the people also ask. We call it PAA. We can go to related keywords. Okay, related keywords. Again, drag and drop the whole one, and need to add join. Just, you can see everything's here. Search for them. Keyword data, keyword info, and we can get search volume, drag and drop. Cost per click, CPC, drag and drop this one. Competition, same. For the type, we will input related keywords. Then we can click test step. Okay, you can see the error code here because again we have pinned the node. Later on, I will run this whole workflow all at once and show you the result later. But let me go through the node by node now. Then after we talk about the related keywords, we talk about the suggested keywords. You can see actually these 5 are the same settings. It's just that the difference is here. Okay, we need to change it to keyword suggestion. Everything is the same. And this part, JSON as well, we need to change it. Of course, keyword, location, language name, these are the same as the previous one. Then we can actually click test step if you have not pinned the data, because we have pinned the data, so we don't need to click test step here. Then split out, same as the above, so we can just run it. Okay, then for this one, same. For this one, same settings. Okay, just want to make sure that you guys understand all of these fields. I'm going to talk about them one by one as well. So keyword, same as the previous one. Search intent, same as well. And then for last update, same. For SERP analysis, you can see, for example, when we go to keyword data, we cannot see any keyword data here, so it is undefined for this part. For the search volume, we'll go to keyword info, then we got the search volume, same as CPC, same as competition. For the type, we will manually input as keyword _ suggestion, and this is the related keyword. Related keyword, we'll just drag and drop this one. All right. Then for the next row, this is going to get the keyword ideas. You need to change it accordingly. For JSON, we will just expression enlarge, just copy and paste this. For keywords, again, go to get jobs, primary keywords, location name, language name, other remains the same. Then you got, when you click test step, you got the output on the right hand side, and split out the keyword ideas here. This is for splitting out this result items. All right, we can click test step. So let's talk about this node. Now, another set or edit fields node. Again, we choose menu mapping. For the primary keyword, we can just go to get job, just drag and drop this one. Again, we have pinned the node so we can see this error, but on your side it should be showing as green. Then we have the search intent here. For JSON, it means the previous node. Then we are going to get the search intent info, and then we can just drag and drop this commercial. So that is one of the 4 search intent that we covered at the beginning. Then for this last update, we will go to keyword info, and then we will drag and drop this. Okay, last update time. Search volume, we are going to get it from here. This one, drag and drop. CPC, drag and drop. Competition, same as well. For type, we will just input keyword _ idea. For related keywords, we will just drag and drop this. Okay. Then everything is set for this node. Okay, for the 4th one, we are going to get the autocomplete keywords. Again, suppose method, same URL, but we need to change it. Okay, autocomplete live / advanced, and it's different from the above. Okay, use this URL instead. Okay, same settings for the authentication. For send body, we enable that as well. Then JSON expression enlarge. Keyword, drag and drop this primary keyword, location name, language name. Then for client, this is the client. For this client, you can just keep it the same. Alright, then again, you can click test step on site. We have pinned it again as we've run it before. Then another split out node. This one, we are going to split out this one, result 0 items. We can click test step for this node. Alright, we got 10 items here. And then we are going to add the set node as well. Menu mapping, primary keyword, same, just drag and drop. For the type, we can just drag and drop this one. Autocomplete, related keyword, we will choose suggestion, drag and drop this. It's done. Then for the 5th one, we're going to get subtopics keywords. Again, please change the URL accordingly. This is the part, okay? You need to change accordingly. For the JSON expression enlarge, just topic, we can just go to get job, primary keywords, drag and drop this. Then you can click test step. Then next, another split out node. This time it's different. We can actually go to subtopics. This was the one. Result 0. Subtopics is the one. And for option, we need to add destination field name. We need to put subtopics underscore topics. Test step. It's running. We can see from 1 item to 10 items. Another set note. Meta mapping, primary keyword, same. This one. Type, subtopics, drag, and so for the types we can just input this. Okay. And then for the related keywords we can just drag and drop here. Okay. So that's it for this 5 ways to get the keywords. Alright, for the second keywords. Then for this node we are going to add a merge node here. MERGE, this one. Merge data of multiple streams once data from both available. Alright, for this merge node we will choose append. Number of items we will choose 5. Alright. Then we are going to add this node called remove duplicates. This is for deleting items with matching fields value. Okay, so we remove items repeated within current input, compare with selected fields, fields compare related keywords. Alright. We are going to aggregate everything together. Aggregate combine fields from many items into a list in a single item. Alright. Aggregate individual fields, input field name, we put related keywords. Alright, for the next node we are going to add the AI agent, this one. And we can double click it to rename this. For the source for prompt we are going to choose define below. For the prompt expression, enlarge this. I'm doing SEO in the following list. Remove the keyword that is not related to the primary keyword. We can actually drag and drop from here. And then for the related keywords, when you run it on your site, you will see the related keywords under this node as well. You can drag and drop as well, or you can just copy and paste this. Return in an array for the remaining keywords. Remember to not to change any words, and keep case sensitive. And your JSON will be the output. Okay, and we will enable this require specific format so that we can have this output parser. If we don't use this output parser, actually there are several options: autofixing, item list, but these are not the one that we want. We are going to choose structured output parser, this one. And when we double click it, we will see this is the format. This is the example that we have. You can just copy and paste on your side. Alright, for the chat model, you can actually find it from here. There are so many options. You can use OpenAI, Anthropic, and now we are using OpenRouter. OpenRouter, you think of it like an aggregator for different LLM models, and we're using GPT-4o Mini. There are so many other models you can actually choose from. We just use GPT-4o Mini. For the credentials, let me show you how we can set it up. So first of all, we will click this pen icon, and we need to get the API key. So we go to OpenRouter.ai. After you register and sign in, you can go to keys, API key, create API key. After that, you can just paste it here. Then you will be connected. That's it. Then for this part, we are going to add a NodeCode code. It's for running custom JavaScript or Python code. Don't worry, so you don't need to how to code. You just need to copy and paste this from the outside. You can acknowledge this. You can see this part. Okay. Let me quickly share with you what it means. So for this part, this part. It gets all items from the node named merge. We have the node called merge at the beginning. And then for this one, is each item or record from the output of the merge node. Okay. And for this part, this refers to the current node's first input item. And as this is the output field in this JSON data. So it assumes the output is an array of string. Okay, so most likely a list of selected keyword strings. Then for this part, this filter, so we are filtering the list of these merged records to only keep the one where this the related keywords filled in each merged records matches an entry in the output array of the input. Alright, so we are going to use this to select and keep only the keywords that were chosen or filtered early in the flow, and discard the rest before writing to Google Sheets or passing them to another step. Alright, so the reason why we add this node is because sometimes this AI agent may return some unrelated keywords that are not collected from these 5 methods. So we are trying to remove those, filter those out, and just keep the original. All right. Next we are going to add a remove duplicate node. Remove items repeated within current input, compare selected fields, and the fields to compare, this is the one, related keywords. First, we are going to add a field set node for adding score, field, and difficulty. So this is the formula, and I'm going to explain this formula one by one. So when we try to refresh it, we can try to see the score here. Again, this formula is just for reference. It's not a 100% true or industry standard. It's just from the discussion with our experts that this kind of formula, or this can be a good references for selecting the right secondary keywords. All right, so let me try to explain this part by part. You can see this first part. Then we have the second part. Okay, then third part. All right. First of all, for column H, it is referring to this search volume. Then for column B, it's referring to difficulty. Then column J is referring to the competition. And last but not least, we have column I, is referring to the cost per click, CPC. First of all, let's talk about this. Okay, so 0.5 means it's 40% of weighting. And then for this item index is start from 0. For example, like the first item from the previous node, it will be 0. Then the second item, it will be 1. Third item, it will be 2. So why are we going to add like +2 here? Because we need to skip this header. So the first cell we have is H2. So again, the item index is 0 +2, it will be H2. And if we have, like, for the second keyword, it will be H3. Third keyword, it will be H4, like that. And for this, what it means is that for this particular volume, out of the maximum value of this search volume. So for example, 1,000 out of 4,000, it will be like 0.25. So 0.4 times 0.25. This would be the score for this part. So for this part, what it means is if both like the keyword difficulty and also the competition doesn't exist, then it will be treated as 0. Okay, so this part is clear. Then for this part, so if there is no keyword difficulty shown, we are going to use the competition. Okay, this is it. Again, the higher value of the keyword difficulty or the higher value of the competition, it means the score is lower. 1 will be subtracted by the amount of this parameters. All right. So again, we are going to use 40%, 0.4 as a weighting for this field, for these parameters. So this is either the keyword difficulties or the competition. So if there's no keyword difficulties, we are going to use competition. Okay. All right. Then for this part, we're going to use 20%, 0.2 for this weighting. We are going to like calculate it by the cost per click. If it is higher, it means there will be a higher market demand, so we are going to score it higher. All right, so this is the formula. Again, this is not 100% correct for all different use cases. It's just for references. All right. This is include other input fields. We need to enable this. For this, just another Google Sheet node, but this time we're going to choose a sheet within document, append row as the operation. For the document, because we have created the document in the previous nodes called create Google Sheet, we just need to drag and drop that sheet spreadsheet ID, but please add this first to label that we are going to get the first item for that particular spreadsheet ID. For a sheet, we are going to choose the keyword. That will be the sheet that we created. And for mapping column mode, we choose map automatically. We're going to add another node called filter, as for removing items matching a condition. So in the previous node, we'll have a keyword difficulty. If we don't have any keyword difficulty, so we are going to get the value again. We are going to add the node called aggregate. All right. So we are going to aggregate individual field, and then fields to aggregate, we will input field name, input related keywords. Then for this HTTP request node, we are this time we choose Google about keyword difficulty live, and same credential settings for the JSON body, which is expression in large keywords. For the previous notes, we have JSON related keywords. When you just run it node by node, you'll be able to drag and drop like this for this part. Okay, and now you are going to add JSON stringify. Okay, we need to stringify this whole related keywords so that we can process properly. Then for location name, we can just go back to get jobs. You will be able to see the location name and language name, but this time we need to add it first here. All right, so that's how it works. And then for the later part, we are going to split out again for the task result items task, and then let's collapse this result items 0 items, this one. No other fields include. Then for this part, we are just going to set the difficulty, and keyword difficulty, just drag and drop from the left hand side for this keyword difficulty. JSON, again, it means the previous node. Okay, for this part, just update the sheet, same document ID, keyword. This time we're going to do it manually. Column to match on related keywords. All right, for related keywords, we're going to match JSON keywords, which you'll be able to see the keywords at the previous node. For the keyword difficulty, we are going to use it JSON.keyword difficulty as well. You'll be able to see it in the previous node. Again, for this row, we are going to get volume as well. So sometimes, besides the keyword difficulties missing, we are going to find the related volume as well. This time, we're going to choose keywords data, Google Ads search volume live, same credential settings, expression and large. Again, JSON stringify the related keywords. For the location name, language name, it will be the same as the previous one. Just drag and drop from this and add first. Okay. Remember to add a quotation mark. Great. Split out node. This time we're going to put task 0 result. It's referring to, let's collapse this one. Okay. And we're going to update the Google Sheets. Again, same spreadsheet ID. Add the first here. Manually do it. Related keywords, keyword, search volume, CPC, competition index. Then for the last note, this time we're going to update this master list, which is this one. All right. So we are going to do it manually, row number to match one, and then row number, we are going to get this from the get job node. Again, we need to put first row number, first spreadsheet ID, sheet URL, created at what time. So this one is time now, and we're just formatting in this way. And stage keywords, so it means that we are going to, like, we have completed the keyword stage like this. Okay, so I'm going to run this whole workflow for once, and you will see how it works. So let me demonstrate it to you. Okay, so first of all, we go to this SEO master list. We are going to list out this 3 columns first. Then we are going to click test workflow. Okay, so it's empty for now. Let's wait for a moment. Okay, it's completed. So you can see this is the time that updated. We can click this for the keywords, and this is the score. Great, this is the formula. Yep, so that's how it works. And what we can do is try to sort C to A. So this will be the keywords with high score. So let's choose the top 10. Alright, so these are pretty good keywords actually. Again, this score is just for reference. You can try to customize your own formula. Great, so that's it for the step 1, keyword research. Alright, so let's talk about step 2, SERP analysis, or we call it SERP analysis. So for SERP, it stands for Search Engine Result Page. So it helps us to analyze what kind of keywords rank, or what will be the results for the particular keywords, so we can understand why those results can rank on Google with that particular keyword. You are not guessing anymore. You're studying the real search result from Google to spot trends, formats, and opportunities. All right. So first of all, we got the keyword suggestions here from different ways, like keyword idea suggestions, autocomplete, etc. And we have our own score to try to rank what kind of keywords we should choose. And for example, we're going to choose this one. And in our tutorial this time, we're just going to include one primary keyword and one key secondary keyword for this tutorial. We're not going through the clustering for now. If you're interested to have clustering, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Maybe we can include that in the future. Then we are going to include this as the secondary keyword. All right. And what we are going to do is to click test workflow. Okay, it's running. Okay, it's completed. When we check this, you can see the stage has changed to SERP, and we can go back to this keyword sheet. We can go to SERP here, and we can see these are the top 10 results. And now let me unpin this note and try to run it again. Okay, let's try to run it now. Okay. It's using Apify to crawl the search result for this particular keyword. This one. Okay, let's wait for a bit. Then it's doing the content analysis with this AI agent. Great, so let's check. You can see the stage has changed to SERP, and then we can click on this SERP sheet. We can see this is the first result, word count, and also the primary keywords, and this is the keywords. Okay, content strength, content gap, okay, notes, content goal, target audience, tone style, and this is the URL for that particular article, and it's rank number 10. And this is the meta description, page title, word count as well. And yeah, so that's it for this workflow. I'm going to share with you how we can do this one by one. Okay, you can see this is just one result because our Apify, we had the memory limit exceeded. But if you are not concurrently using any other actors, that would be alright, because we are running another task as well for now. So we exited the memory. But anyways, we can see it can get the SERP done correctly, and with the loop, and also we are going to set the 10 entries here. We are able to get the top 10 results, SERP results for that particular keyword. This one, free email automation, this one. And I'm going to share with you no how we can do this one by one. Okay, so after this schedule trigger node, of course you can change the interval that in the way that you want. For this GUI sheet, we will choose SEO master list. For the main sheet, again, please choose your own list. You can copy from mine, but remember to switch to your own. And for the filter, we're going to add the column stage keywords. We are only process the rows with the stage, the keywords. Okay, with the stage showing keywords. Okay, because we cannot proceed further before we can decide the keywords or before the keyword research stage is completed. Okay, for combine filter, we choose add, and options is very important. We return only first matching row. Okay. Then we are going to add the edit fields. Okay, menu mapping, keywords. For the second keywords, we are going to search from here, this one, drag and drop. For the location name, drag and drop. Language name, drag and drop. Max crawl pages 1. Okay, device mobile. Alright. Then next note, this is the HTTP request note. We are going to use data for SEO as well, and SERP Google Organic Live Regular. This is the URL. Same settings for the authentication. Enable send body JSON. We just JSON stringify JSON. Okay, as you can see, these are the items, and we stringify all this part. Okay, and we will choose other options. We choose redirects, enable the follow redirects, and choose 21 for max redirects. Okay. Then again, you will see this pin note. It's just that we have pinned it for avoiding scrapping the data from data for SEO again, just to avoid overspending money again, because we have run it once already. But on the side, you don't need to pin it. Then for the next note is another set note. It's for getting results. Menu mapping. For the fields to set, we're going to set the item, and this part. This is referring to task 0. Then we scroll down, result 0, and then scroll down, items, this one. This is the whole array, this one, okay? You can see there are so many items. Then we are going to get another note called code, okay? And this is for getting 10 entries from keywords, okay? You can change the numbers here, and if not, you can just copy and paste, okay? So let me quickly share what it means. So for this part, it loops through all input items, okay, and track their index. And for this part, okay, it gets the keywords associated with the current batch from the edit fields node. So this is the node. Then for this part, okay, we take only the top 10 suggestions from that batch. You can change it to the number that you want. All right. Then for this part, which actually is this part, actually, yeah, it's adding the batch index. Last but not least, for this part, it means to flatten the array of arrays into a single list of enriched keyword objects. Again, if you don't know coding, that's alright. You don't need to fully understand this. You just need to know this is the number you can change if you want to change the numbers that search result that you want to get. Or if not, you can just copy and paste. Then we're going to add the split out nodes. The fields to split up is the data, this one. You can see this is just one item in and output 10 items. And the reason why I need to run this workflow at once instead of running the node one by one is because of this loop over items. Okay, in n8n with this loop over items, I cannot run the nodes node by node by executing them one by one. But no worries, I'm going to explain what it means. So with this loop over items, because you can see 10 items, we can run this whole workflow one by one. Okay, so for example, we have the first search result, and we're going to analyze it with this agent, and then edit fields. Okay, when it's done, then it's going to loop, because there are 10 items, we're going to loop 10 times. And when it's done, I mean, what it means by it's done, everything is being looped, then we're going to update the master. Okay, so let's talk about this crawler first. So for this one, we can actually search from Apify. And for Apify, you can think of it like an aggregator of platform for different scrappers. And this is the one that we're going to use, website content crawler, provided by Apify. We will click API endpoints, and this is the one that we need to copy and paste here. And this will be the item that we're going to use. Then for the authentication, we choose generic credential type, generic auth type, we put query auth, and we click this pen icon. For name, we put token. Then for the value, we just go to Apify, personal account, settings, API integrations. This will be the personal API tokens. Just copy this and paste it here. Then that's it. And next, we are going to enable send body JSON under the body content type, using JSON to under this specified body. Then JSON expression enlarge. Just copy and paste it from here. So these are the parameters we use to scrap the website. And I can briefly explain it to you. Of course, for this part, you can just use the default. And this is very important. We're going to use the proxy provided by Apify, and we're going to use residential for that. Apify proxy country, we use US. And you can choose it different countries because different countries may have different result. Again, for the URL, you can just drag and drop here. Remember to add the quotation mark and method we choose get. And for other parts, we can just make it the same. Just copy and paste. Or the easier way is that you can actually copy directly from Apify. First of all, you can manually do it here first. For example, inputting the URL here, like cross setting, HTML processing, output settings are an option. Or if not, you can just use the default setting. And after you have tested it, and you're good with the results, you can just go to click JSON, and then just copy this, and then you can just paste it here. Okay, so that's how it works. Next, we are going to add a if node here. It's for routing items to different branches, true or false. So let's see. For this one, it is referring to URL. If there is an URL we are going to treat it as a successful case. Then we're going to move to the next node, which is an AI agent. If not, we're going to loop again. Okay. So you can see there is just one items because again, for the previous node, as I mentioned, due to the active memory limit exists. Okay. So, but in your own case, it will not be like that. All right. Okay. So for the AI agent, we are going to edit from here again. Search for AI agent and double click to rename it. For the source for prompt, we choose define below. Problem, user message, we click expression and launch it. You are a content strategist. Analyze the following article and return a JSON object exactly with these keys. Content strength, score from 0 to 100. Content gaps, an array of up to 5 missing topics or weakness. Notes, editorial suggestions and bullet points. Content goal, the search intent or goal of this page. Content type, article type, how to, list article, comparison, etc. Target audience is short persona description, tone and style, recommend tone or style guidelines. For article markdown, which will be, let's see, that will be this, drag and drop, then you will see this. Okay, this is markdown. All right, and we are going to enable this require specific output format. And as we shared before in the previous workflow, we have this structured output parser. When we enlarge this, this is our desired output format. You can just copy and paste content strength, 72 content gaps. This will be the example format for this content gaps, example format for notes, content goals, content type, target audience, tone and style. Everything is here. Great. Then we're using OpenRouter, and this time we use GPT-4o. Okay, of course you can choose other cheaper models as well. And we are going to add an edit fields node here. As we choose menu mapping as the mode, keyword. So we can go to loop of items, and then we are going to choose this, drag and drop this one. For content strength, what we are going to do is go back to JSON. JSON means the previous node, and then this is content strength, drag and drop. Okay. For this content gaps or weakness, drag and drop this whole array. For notes, drag and drop this whole array. For the content goal, drag and drop this, target audience, this, tone and style, this, and then for the URL, we can go to split out 5, this one, and then this is the URL. This is the one. All right. It's just that there are multiple items, there are 10 items, so you may see that the URL here is not the same as this one, but you can just drag and drop this. Okay, you can see it's the same. Same expression. All right. Great. Then for the primary keyword, what we can do is go to get master list and primary keyword. Again, we need to put first here. Okay. Then for rank, what we are going to do is go back to split out 5. Then we need to find it from rank group, this one. Okay, drag and drop this node. Page title. Again, we can go to this, drag and drop this one. Meta description, drag and drop this one. Okay, so for the word count, we can first drag and drop. Okay, so these are the words, and we are going to add this part. So we use this to calculate the number of words by splitting this. Okay, so this is the approximation for the word counts. How many words in this block? Okay. Then next, we are going to add another if node. If the article word count is larger than 100, larger than 1,000, we're going to proceed as true. Then we're going to append the Go sheet. Again, this will be the sheet ID. Okay, we got the sheet ID from get master list. Right, so this is the sheet ID, and for the sheet, by name SERP, which is referring to this. Okay. We are going to map automatically for all the data here. So only when the blocks has more than 1,000 words, because we don't want to take reference from those are not actually a blog, because some are just a normal landing page. So we use that criteria to help us filter out some useful blocks. All right. So that's it. That's the setting for this whole workflow for the step 2. SERP analysis. So let's dive into the next step, step 3. All right, I've just executed this workflow again. So as you can see, there are 10 results here. 9 results here. And with the word count, rank, meta, description, target audience, tone style, etc. So everything is here. And we're going to move to the next stage, which is step 3, content brief. And I'm going to do this node by node for now. Let me try to unpin this for now. Right click, unpin, right click, unpin. And let me activate this. Okay, so at this stage, we are going to generate a content brief. Because we have already completed the content research and also completed the SERP, the SERP analysis for now, we are going to generate a content brief. Okay. Again, for this node, we are going to set up a schedule trigger. And next one, we are going to add another Google Sheet node. This time, we're going to choose a sheet within document, get rows. Again, choose your own SEO master list. Don't use my list. Use your own Google Sheet, okay? Then filter only stage with SERP because we just want to process those data that are only processed through SERP analysis already completed, okay? So this will be the stage that we are going to process, okay? Then we're going to choose N as the combined filters and enable return only first matching row. Okay, let me try to execute this node by node and this as well. Let me execute this. Test step. Okay, we can see this is the row number 4, which is this one. Okay, great. Then next node, drag and drop the sheet ID because it is where we stored our SERP analysis over there. And we are going to go this SERP sheets. This is where we stored everything here. And we just want to filter out the keywords that is relevant to our task in this workflow, which is this one. So we can just go to this previous node, drag and drop this free email automation. We can click test that. And then we are able to see 9 items. All right, great. Next stage, we're going to add another aggregate node. This time we choose all items data into a single list and put output in field data. We just input this, include all fields, click test that. Great. Then next node, we're going to add another AI agent, rename it to content brief agent, and just enlarge it. I have done an SEO research. Here's the result. And then we can just drag and drop this JSON data, and we just add json.stringify. Okay. Now generate a content brief with the following columns, with keywords, content goal, content type, target audience, search intent, recommended, word count, tone and style, unique angle, suggested action, CTAs needed, linked SERP analysis, notes, etc. Returned in JSON. Again, we need to enable this require specific output format, and this is the output format. Keyword, content type, etc., which includes all the parameters that we mentioned in the prompt. Then for the chat model, again, we choose OpenRouter. We choose GPT-4. Let's try to run this. Okay. Done. You can see this is the result. And another AI agent. This time we're going to use this article agent to write the article based on the content brief. Again, for the source for prompt, we choose define below for the prompt, user message, expression, and large. I'm writing an SEO article for, okay, guess master list, this one. And primary keyword for this one, for AI automation, you can see, which is the main keyword. And then secondary keyword is this free email automation. So we can just drag and drop this secondary keyword. Then for the content goal, again, for JSON, it means it's referring to the previous node. We can just go back to this one, output, and then we can content goal, drag and drop, content type, drag and drop, just drag and drop the relevant parameters. Okay, and then for this one, we can also input the linked SERP analysis. Okay, and stringify this data. Okay, and also the notes, we will just input here. Okay, everything is ready. Again, just enable this require specific output so that we can add this structured output parser. And this will be the format that we want. You can just copy and paste or take a screenshot. Okay. And you can see that we also include the internal link targets, external reference, and the structure is well prepared, like conclusion, content introduction, table of content, etc. Chat model, again, OpenRouter, GB4O, we can click execute. Nice, it's completed. Then we are going to add edit fields and just map all the fields accordingly. Keyword, stock, meta title, meta description, table of content, introduction, conclusion, notes, content, external reference, target audience, unique angle, CTAs needed. Stage, we will turn it to brief, which means content brief, row number. Okay, so first of all, keywords, this one, stock, this one, meta title, meta description, table of content, okay, and introduction. And then for the notes, this one, conclusion. Okay, for the content, you can see we need to further edit this. You can just copy this and paste it here. Alright, and you can see we joined all the new line here. So this will be the well formatted content. Title, brief, the image, the word counts. Okay, title, brief, image, word counts. So different sections. Alright, then for the external reference, we can go to output external reference. Okay, so drag and drop. This will be an array. Target audience. We can go back to the content brief agent. This will be the drag and drop. This one. Okay, this one. And then for unique angle, this one. For the CTAs needed, this one. Again, stage, we just put brief, row number, just go back to get master list, this one, drag and drop, right? So edit fields, test step. That's it. Then last but not least, we're going to update the Google Sheets, update the SEO master list, which is the main sheet, and map automatically row number, which is the column to match on. Test step. Great, that's it. So we can actually check out here. So it's changed to brief for the stage, and we can see this is the table of content, and this will be the content brief. Okay, we can actually change here. We can edit here. Okay, these are H2s. Okay, and the relevant images. Okay, so that's it for step 3. Let's dive into the last step, which is to draft the article and also the publish to the Wordpress. Alright, before we dive into the step 4, let me try to clarify the difference between these few agents. This one is for writing content brief. You can think of like the structure, different columns with like keywords, content goal, content type, target audience, etc. It's the planning for this article. So we have different H2s, headers for this particular blog. Then we are going to draft a little bit for each H2. So we can see from here, this is the brief, the number of words, the image. So this agent, H2 draft agent, is for writing this. And then this agent I'm going to talk about is for writing the real content that is going to publish to WordPress later on. It's more than just the draft like this. So I'm going to talk about this note by note as well. And for this step 4, again, we are going to draft the whole block content and trying to publish to WordPress as well. Okay, it will be a complete full article with images. So it will be like this again, like I shared with you at the beginning. So we have the title, table of content, introduction, everything, images, everything here. So this will be the complete blog that we are going to produce in this final step. All right, so for this step, let me try to activate this again. Again, this is a schedule trigger. You can choose the interval that you want. And now we are going to add the WordPress node. This one, WordPress. And we will connect with your own. So for the credentials, how you can connect your WordPress account to n8n, we can check this out. First of all, we can go to your WordPress account, go to user, and then for the username, for example, ours is admin. We can just input admin as the username. With the password, we can actually create a password here. For example, I'm going to click add a new application password for testing, like this. And this is a password. I'll copy this and I'll paste it here. Okay, then for the WordPress URL, you can actually copy the URL that you created here and just paste it. So connect with your own WordPress URL. Great, so you can connect with it successfully now. Okay, then let me try to unpin this and try to run it. Okay, so we got 10 items here. Okay, so for 10 items, you can see in our sample block, we have 10 blocks here. Great, so for the next node, we are going to add edit fields, meta mapping for title, fields to set. We are going to add, let's find the title, rendered, drag and drop this one. For link, drag and drop this one. Okay, so these are the fields to set. We can click test tab. Great, then another node to aggregate the post or item data into a single list, put output in field, which was data, and then include all fields. Click test tab. Nice. And then let me unpin this as well. Another Google Sheet node. This time, again, use your own SEO master list. We choose the main sheet as well, and filter the column stage with ready. So why we are going to choose this as ready? Because let me try to filter it better. Freeze row 1. Okay, so we need to change it as ready, so in order to process further. So the reason why we are not changing, like we did not automatically input ready at this stage, because we would like to have human in the loop. We just want to make sure that we read the content, table of content, the H2 content draft, actual draft here, to make sure that we have everything ready correctly. If not, we can just change it accordingly. And after everything is checked, we can change it to ready for the stage. Then we can click test tab. Right, great. And we combine filters, we choose and then option we enable return only first matching row. Next, we are going to add another node code. Okay, but don't worry, you don't need to know how to code, just copy and paste it. Okay, it's for splitting the content, just splitting according to this new line. Okay, we can click test tab. Okay, like this. For content, JSON content is referring to this, and we're going to get the first item regarding that content. We're going to split this line break, which is a double line break. And then next, we're going to wrap it as an object like data. So this is the output. Great. Next, let me try to unpin this as well. Add another AI agent, and this time we are writing the real content instead of just draft like this. And we will let me show you the prompt first. So the source of prompt, choose define below expression. I'm writing an SEO article for. Let me show you. Okay, meta title. This one. Drag and drop. For comprehensive guide to AI automation for business leaders, it include following sections. Okay, we can just drag and drop this part. Okay, then now write the following section. Drag and drop. Okay, you can see this is section. So we are going to execute this section by section, and this is a note, and we can see the note here. Drag and drop. Okay, enable this requires specific output format as well, so that we can actually output something like this. This is content. We used OpenRouter, GPT-4o from OpenAI. You can see there are 8 items here. Okay, so we are going to process section by section, and let's click run. Okay, it's done. Then we can actually generate an image. Let's try to activate this. Another HTTP request node. And this time we are going to use OpenAI, the image API services, which is generation. So we're going to generate the AI images using OpenAI image model. And then for OpenAI account, we choose predefined credential type, OpenAI for the credential type, and just click this pen icon. You can just go to OpenAI API section and then just copy the API key, just paste it here, and you don't need to change the base URL. Then we can enable the send body. For the JSON, we can just click expression and enlarge this. This is a prompt. Prepare an image for the following blog post. You don't need to put the text in it. and then we can just click split content, just drag and drop this part, and we need to replace or the new line break to nothing. So you can see there's no more line break here. We're going to use GPT image 1 model, just one image, number of image 1, and this will be the size. We can click test step. Okay, 8 items again, so we're going to generate 8 images. Okay, so it's completed. It's 24 maps of data. Displaying it may slow down your browser temporarily, so let's not show data for now. Okay, let me try to pin this for now. Let me try to pin this, and for this we cannot pin this because it's too large for now. It's too large for us to pin. And for this convert file, let me try to activate this first. We can search it from here, convert to file. By the way, the reason why I pinned this is that in case we need to debug it later, we don't need to wait for a long time. But on your side, you don't need to unpin it. You don't need to pin it because you just want to make sure that this workflow reaches process new data every single time. Okay, let me try to pin it for now. And then next, we can search from here, convert to file. And we will choose smooth basics for string to file, and this will be the input field. Just copy and paste data, test step. Okay, you can see now why I have to pin this for now, because we need to execute the whole workflow in order to make everything works, because it's too large. So no worries, let's go through the data nodes, and I'm going to show you how we can set it up, and let's run the whole thing all again. Okay, so for this one, we can just let me activate this. So for this node, we're going to choose image, this one. We're going to resize, and the property name we choose data. This is the width, height, maximum area for the option, and then format we choose JPEG. Then HTTP request again. This is our WordPress, and this will be the URL for us to upload the media. Then for the authentication, just use the same one that we set at the beginning for this workflow. And enable send header, specify headers, we use fields below. And for the header parameters, we're going to set to, this is for the content dispose section. And we're going to put attachment file name, and which will be the binary data file name. Okay, we can just get this. Okay, then for the content type, you will be able to put this binary data MIME type as well. Okay, just copy this settings, enable send body. Then what we're going to do is to choose n8n binary file, and the input data field name we put data. Okay, let me try to unpin this as well. Final section, edit fields. This is another edit fields. We're going to use manual mapping content. So this is referring to the AI agent here. And this is the output content. And then for the image, we are going to use it from the previous node, and which is the rendered one. Let me unpin this as well. And for this AI agent, let me unpin this. This time we don't need output parser. Okay, so let me show you. I'm writing an SEO article for this. We can find the primary keyword from this. I'm going to show you later when we run everything at once. And for the table of content as well, and the existing articles on my site. And for this part, we are going to join all the line breaks. Okay, and you can find it from aggregate posts, this area, and try to add the affiliate link, for example, n8n Apify. And by the way, if you are interested in trying the n8n cloud, you can click this link, and also for the Apify, you can also click this link as well. And I'll provide the links in this video description as well. Try to update the following section content with a backlink to my existing articles or affiliate links. Try to insert 0 to 2 related backlinks that make sense. If you cannot find a suitable article, return the original content. And for the JSON content, it is referring to the previous node. Return the content only. Okay. Then just a few more notes. Edit fields. Again, menu mapping, content, JSON output is referring to the previous AI agent's output. For the image, it's referring to final section, this one. Okay, okay, you can just copy this. And aggregate section, all item data into a single list, data, put output in fields, include all fields. Okay, let me unpin this as well. And this is the AI agent that is writing the HTML content agent so that we can post it to WordPress. You are the formatting agent to convert the following content into HTML for my WordPress post without changing any content. So title, table of content, introduction, content, conclusion, we can get all this from get master list, this one. Only for this, we are going to get it from the previous note, and we also need to JSON stringify everything. Then for the image, please use the following formats to improve the speed. Okay, so just copy and paste this. You do not need to change it because it's just a prompt to ask this AI agent to write accordingly. Please use this follow format to improve the speed. Okay, so it's just a format reference. You do not need to change it to your URL accordingly. And remember to keep all the input content. Do not remove or rephrase. You're just a formatter. Okay, skip title in content as we already put it in WordPress title. You should return only the content inside body in HTML format. Now return the full article with all the sections. Okay. So for this, we need to enable require specific output format. Structured output parser. So this will be HTML format we want. And this time we are going to use OpenRouter, OpenAI, GPT-4 as well. Let me unpin this as well. This is the WordPress, and we choose post as a resource, create as the operation. Title, just get it from get master list. Content, we're going to get output from the previous AI agent. Slug, get from master list as well. And for status, we can actually draft or publish. So if you want to play safe, you can just choose draft first. If you just don't want to check anymore, you can click publish directly. So for now, we will choose draft first. Okay, so we have this edit fields. So we're going to set post ID, post date, post link, post content, post slug, post title, post status, stage, row number. Basically, you can find all relevant data from the previous node and drag and drop. Just for the post content, you can just get it from the previous field. And for slug, post title, status as well. And stage will change it to published. Row number. And remember to add this to first. Okay, then for this final node, we are going to map everything automatically. Okay, let's try to run everything all at once. Let me save it. Okay, test workflow. It's now generating the images. Alright, it's now using this AI agent to generate the links, internal links, external links, etc. And put it inside in the article, in the prologue. Okay, it's now generating the HTML content. Alright, it's trying to draft on WordPress, and last but not least, it's updated the master list, and let's check it here. Okay, it's said it's published. We can go to our WordPress. Let's try to see the all post, and we can see this is a draft. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, then we can actually click this inside. Table of content and the internal links, the images. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's great. So that's it for today. And oh, one more thing. Let me try to share with you some tricks on when setting up this workflow. And you can see it takes a long time to generate the image, work with the AI agent, and it may also spend you some money when you try to debug. So please make sure that you know how to use this pin node. And for example, let me try to share this for some upload media. How we can get this, for example, for this one, even though you cannot drag and drop, what we can do is that we can type the curly bracket and then choose binary. And then we can just input data, and then we can just put file name like this. So it's quite easy as well. Same for this one. And after we have upload the generate the image, and also get the final section and everything. So we can actually try to pin the node. Okay, then we can actually deactivate all this node, so that it prevents all these nodes to like be run or executed again. It may be time consuming or like quite expensive. So same as all other nodes. Okay. Actually, let me show you the nodes. So I showed you before for this node. It's for splitting. It's just the prompt. Then this is just converting the file. This is just resizing the image, and I just showed you how we set it up now. And then for this, we can just get it from which is the H2 content agent. This one. Basically, you can just drag and drop this one. For this one, it is referring to this. You can just drag and drop. For this AI agent, we can actually see it is from the get master list. Okay. So the reason why you can see is in red is because it doesn't know which item to use. So when you execute the whole workflow, it does not matter. So please do not add first or last or specifying which item to use. No, it's not correct. So keep it the same. So even though you can see it red, it's all right. When you run it for the whole workflow, it works. And for this one, just it's referring to this primary keywords and table of content. Then also for this aggregate post, we can just go back this one. And then it's referring to this, but you need to add .map and just add this part. Okay. For this part, content, just drag and drop this. And for debugging, you can just pin it as well. For update sections, same, just drag and drop. For final sections, for this one, the image, drag and drop. And aggregate sections, same. For this one, again, expression, again, same issue as the previous AI agent nodes. You don't need to change it. It's not an issue, or I should put it. It's just that it's showing as red, but it's all right. You don't need to worry about that for now. And yeah, get master list. You can just get it from here. Just drag and drop the relevant field, like for some meta title, table of content, and introduction. We can scroll down this one, and then for this part, just drag and drop this part. JSON stringify everything because it's an array. We need to stringify this. And last but not least, we're going to add this conclusion. We need to find the conclusion here. Drag and drop this. All right. And let's see. Pin this as well, so you don't need to generate this again and again. And again, if you for this field, you can just drag and drop the meta title, this one, and content. Drag and drop this. Slug, we can go back here, and then drag and drop this. You can change the status to publish directly or just draft. This one, just drag and drop the relevant ID, date, for the link, the content, which is content role here. This one, drag and drop here, and then for post stock, this one we can go back. Then for the slug, we can just drag and drop this one. For the title, we can just get this drag and drop. For the post status, we can just drag and drop this. And stage, publish, row number, just go back to this. This is our row number, drag and drop. Great. And the up-to-date master list just map automatically. All right, so that's it for this step 4. Okay, so that's it for today. This is the setup that how we can automate the keyword research, the SERP analysis, draft the content brief, and draft the whole blog and auto-publish to WordPress. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This is like a ready-to-sell SEO system for your clients. Hope you guys it's helpful to you and also your AI agency. And feel free to let me know what you think about this system in the comment section below. And if you guys would like us to build more something like this, or even like version 2 for this SEO system, for example, we can get in touch on the clustering automation as well. Let me know in the comment section below. If we got enough requests, we may also do version 2 for that. So thank you very much. I'll see you in our next video.